Hello guys, welcome to my channel Education at First Sight. Today we are going to learn about Introduction to Python Part 2. In the first part of this video, I have clearly explained the concepts theoretically, so if you haven't watched it, please click on the I button above. Let's start with a comment. To write a comment, we need to include hash in front. Comments are used for documentation purposes. In order to view the result of an operation, we use print statements. So let's print the name of this channel and run it. Let's see what's the output. As you can see, the output is education at first sight. That means the print command prints the statements which are enclosed in quotes. Now, we all know that Python is dynamically typed language, which means the type of the variable is decided at the runtime. Let's see how it happens. So I am assigning x to an integer 10. Now I am printing the type of x. Now I am assigning the same x with a string. And now I am going to print the type of x. Let's see what we get as an output. Let's see if the data type of the variable changes or not. You can observe here, initially x was an integer, but now x is a string. Now let's talk about different kinds of data type. I'm going to explain about the numeric data types. I have assigned 10 to a variable named integer, 1.3 to a variable named floating point, 1 plus 2j to a variable named complex number. So I'm going to print the real number and the imaginary number. Also remember that the real and the imaginary number are floating points. So now we will talk about two more data types, none and boolean. None represents absence of value and the boolean has only two built-in values, true or false. Let's see how we can implement those. Since I don't want to assign any value to my variable x, I am assigning none to x. Also, to check if my variable x, which is none, is equal to 0 or not, I am using a conditional statement called if. If x is equal to 0, then I have assigned true to the variable named boolean. If it is not equal to 0, then I have assigned false to my variable named boolean. I'm going to print the result of my check which I have made. Let's see the output. Since x, which has been assigned to none, is not equal to 0, this is why we got the value of boolean as false. We will see about sequence data type. I am declaring a variable named string1 to which I am assigning a string enclosed in quotes. You can also use single quotes. Then I am declaring a variable named list1 to which I am assigning a list of integer enclosed in square brackets. Now I am declaring a tuple which contains heterogeneous values which is enclosed in curly brackets. Now I am printing the list and the tuple and the string one by one. Compare the order of the elements we have declared in our code for the list and the tuples with the order of the elements which have been printed in the output. Are those same? So this is why we call them ordered collection of data. So is there any unordered collection of data? Yes, there is. These are called sets. Let's see about them. I'm declaring a variable named set1 which has values enclosed in flower brackets. Here, I'm storing duplicate elements. Let's print our set and see. You can see here the order of the elements have changed and also the duplicate elements has printed only once. Now let's see about map. Map are also unordered collection of datas and it stores the values in key and value pairs. Mappings contains dictionary. Let's see about them. Here I have declared a variable called dict1 which is storing the dictionary values in key value pairs using a curly braces. We can also access the values using a key. Let's see how we can convert one data type of a variable into another data type. We'll now see about type conversions first. Type conversions are also called implicit conversion or widening conversion because it is automatically done by the Python interpreter. There is no loss of data. Let's see an example. I am assigning a equal to 10 which is integer and b is equal to 45.9 which is a float. I am doing a sum of a and b and storing the result in y. If I print the type of y, it should come as float which is done automatically by the Python. Let's see about typecasting. Typecasting is also called explicit conversion or narrowing conversion. It is not automatically done by the Python interpreter, but a programmer should do it. It involves the use of casting operator. Example int, float, set. There is also a loss of data. Now we will convert float into integer. I am assigning 100.23 to a variable named a and using a casting operator, I am converting float to int. Let's print the value of b and a type of b. Since there is a loss of data, the value is 100. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please press the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. Thank you.